Today I'm looking like a roach because I'm wearing black and brown doing this video, okay? She said I look like a roach. And how did that make you feel? Horrible. Horrible. I didn't start wearing black and brown again until today. True story. When I was 27, I used to work at McDonald's. And I entered into the management program and I had to study for the test, this food safety test. I had to study for it and I studied hard, but I was a good worker, not to toot my own horn, for me to go take the test. Now, in the agenda, it said that we had to dress professional. It's McDonald's, so I don't know what their definition of professional was, but we didn't have to wear our management uniforms. So I put on a black top and put on a black blazer and some jeans and some black flats and went to take the test. So I get there, there's many of us, men and women, and the tables are set up in a U shape and the two instructors were at the top of the open area of the U shape tables. And I sat next to this girl to my right, a black girl to my right. I did not know her. That was my first time ever meeting her. You know, when at events and webinars and workshops, it's normal to go around the table and introduce yourself. So we all went around the table, introduced ourselves, and said what store we worked for. And so as the day progressed, you know, the instructors are giving us assignments, like little pop quizzes. They're lecturing us, giving us the information, a lot of information that, you know, was already in the book list that I had read and studied. And so it was time to break. And one of the instructors came up to me, it was lunchtime, and she came up to me and she told me that I was doing really well because your sister, okay, I knew the answers and I was raising my hand. You know, I was that student, okay? I was raising my hand. And she told me that I was doing really well, but I could not take the test if I was not properly dressed. So she was nice enough to give me the option to go home and change out of my jeans. She said, if you can either stay here and lunch with us or you can take this opportunity to go home. But if you do not change, even if you pass the test, we will not pass you because you were in compliance with the regulations for taking the test. And so I thought that was really, really nice of her because she did not have to do that. She could have just not let me pass the test, you know, but that was nice of her to do. So I flew home. I did not have time to iron. I was rushing and rushing and rushing. And I grabbed a pair of brown pants. They were polyester pants. Back then we wore a lot of polyester, but they didn't need ironing or anything. So I'm like, I'm putting this on. I'm putting these brown pants on, wide leg pants. I put them on with my black top and my black blazer and put back on my black flats. So I rushed back, and when I get back, they were just starting to start up again. Everyone had ate the food that they provided and they were just starting up, and I made it right back in time. And so the instructor who gave me the opportunity to go home and change, she said to me, you look nice. And the girl to the right of me said, no, you don't. You look like a roach. And so I hear her, but I'm responding to the instructor telling me that I look nice, and I'm saying thank you to her and thanking her for, you know, allowing me to go home and change. And she said, you look really nice. She said it again, you look really nice. And the girl next to me said, the sister said, you look like a roach. Down at myself, And, you know, I didn't see a roach. You know, when I put on the brown, I didn't think nothing about no roach, okay? I did not. And, but I looked down at myself and I'm like, okay, I can see why she would say that, but I didn't understand why she was saying that. But, so they passed out the exam and I finished mine. We had a certain amount of hours to finish it. And I never wore brown and black together again until today. Until I start seeing all the girlies wearing it on YouTube, the Instagram, TikTok. I started seeing a lot of the fly girlies wearing chocolate and brown with black again. Mentally, I didn't really think about it until I started seeing women wearing black and brown. And that jogged my memory of that moment when she said I look like a roach. She had the audacity to tell me I look like a roach. I don't know what this girl beef was, and there are people like that. There are people in the world who just like you for no reason. This woman did not know me. We didn't work in the same restaurant. I did not know her. We didn't go to school together. I don't know what the issue was, but she didn't like me and she told me I look like a roach. But she didn't say it to me directly. She looked forward and said it. No, you don't. You look like a roach. I want to share some ways you can break up the black and brown if you are wanting to wear this trend this season. Okay, so the first way to break up all that black and brown is to add a neutral color, another neutral color. Here I added the gray blazer. In the other video, I used a taupe color blazer. So neutrals would be like navy, gray, taupe, tan, cream, white. Those are more neutral colors. And you can even put a green. Green will really be pretty too. And green is a neutral color. When you think of neutral, think of all the colors that are outside, that are in nature. Another great way to break up the brown and the black is to pair it with a print. So here I paired it with a camouflage jacket, button it all the way up. And as you can see, the camouflage jacket has those browns and black in it. So it adds another dimension, another layer to the brown and the black. Also, another option is to use your accessories. So I could have put on the scarf, shoes, but here I just added a printed bag. Again, the printed bag has the brown and the black in it, but it adds another caramel color, another rich color element to the black and brown outfit and breaking it up so you're not seeing all black and brown. Flowers, another great way to break up the black and the brown is using a contrasting color. So here I paired my red blazer, which is on trend. The bright red is on trend this season, as well as the chocolate brown, and pairing it with the black. But to break it up so it's not all, I'm not all washed out in solids, I added a zebra print scarf and a zebra print clutch bag. Again, animal print is on season. It's on season every fall. That's like, it's animal print is a neutral. Broke it up there, but you don't have to use red. You can use pink. You can use like a fuchsia pink will look really pretty. Pink, like pink and brown is really good together. Yeah, or like a minty green that will look nice too, especially this time of the year. You know, I'm thinking. My mouth over here watering now because I'm thinking about holiday treats like the little mints, the chocolate mints and the chocolate covered cherries. But anywho, back to the agenda. What we're talking, white shirt, a turtleneck underneath the dress would also be great because the white gives it a nice contrast. It breaks it up. You see the white first before you see the black and brown. And so pairing it with the white shirt or white blazer, again, a turtleneck or a hat is a great way to break up the black and brown. But it's funny how things can trigger moments, or and that's life. That's life. Things that we think we've gotten over, things we think we've healed from or forgotten, something along the line later on in life can trigger something to make you remember that moment. And when you remember those moments, it might conjure up fear, anger, anxiety. You might cry. You might start resenting that person again. And when those kind of feelings come up, that means you have not totally healed. And they're coming up so you can take the time to process your emotions and educate yourself, become more aware, more mindful of how this triggered you, because it will come up again. Things will come up again when it has not healed. Things come around all the time. Life is like a circle. Everything like fashion and, trends, they come and they go. Things, our life situations come and go in every stage of our life. I always like to look at life as like we're butterflies, and there's different stages of our life where things come back around in different forms and shapes. Well, that's it for this episode, My Sisters, My Flowers. Thank you for being here. If you want to wear black and brown, wear your black and brown. Don't worry about what people are going to say, because people are going to talk about you either way. That's what people do. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for liking your comments. You are greatly appreciated. This is a new channel for me, and I'm really looking forward to bringing you more content, and also elevating myself. I used to be in a place where I spoke all the time on platforms. On my Instagram, you stroll down, way down, I used to interview people on my Instagram lives. I used to do Instagram lives where I would interview women who have overcome adversity, and I want to get back into that, but I've had some health issues, some setbacks with my health, and but I'm not going to let adversity keep me down. And that's how I started Sisters Like Us. When I started because of health issues that I had where I could no longer work, and I wanted to help other women that were going through similar things as myself to win. And I started a blog first. It was sisterslikeus.com. It got hacked, so that is no longer up. And then I started Sisters Like Us Win Instagram, and yeah, so now I'm here on YouTube, and I want to get back into interviewing. So I'm a little nervous when I'm talking to a camera, because it's like I'm not talking to somebody. That's kind of strange for me. But on my Instagram lives, I had a face there, so it's like I was talking to somebody. So for me to be sitting here conversing with myself, even though I'm talking to you, to an audience, it feels weird. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and I gotta figure out this. I gotta figure out this thing on how I can show up and be confident in myself and speaking to myself, a camera, my audience. But you're not here in my house, so yeah, it's gonna work out. But again, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and comment, and I will see you soon. Take care, my sisters. It is Mindful Monday, and this is a mindful space.